What's up guys, welcome to another tutorial from aware.futurebook.com. Today we're going to be talking about HTML images, so let's get right into it. HTML images are defined by the img tag and the src attribute. So the img tag is empty, which means it contains attributes only, and it has no closing tag. To display an image on a page, you need to use the src, which stands for source attribute. The value of the source attribute is the URL of the image you want to display. So let's take a look at the example over here. So in order for me to display this image, I have to use the img tag and the src attribute, and the value of the src attribute is the URL or the destination of the um, link for the image. And now let's take a look at the syntax. The URL points to the location where the image is stored. An image named, for example, the pulpit.jpg above, um, located in the images directory on your computer or on the website, has the URL images/pulpit.jpg. The browser displays the image where the image tag occurs in the document. If you put an image tag between two paragraphs, the browser shows the first paragraph, then the image, and then the second paragraph. Now let's take a look at HTML images, the alt attribute. The required alt attribute specifies an alternate text for an image if the image cannot be displayed. The value of the alt attribute is an author-defined text. So the alt attribute provides alternative information for an image if a user for some reason cannot view it because of a slow connection or an error in the source attribute, or if like the user uses a screen reader, something along those lines. Next up are the height and width attributes. The height and width attributes are used to specify the height and the width of an image. The attribute values are specified in pixels, as you can see in the image here. The width, the pixels are 304, and the height 228 of the page. Tip: it is good practice to specify both the height and width attributes for an image. If these attributes are set, the space required for the image is reserved when the page is loaded. So, however, without these attributes, the browser does not know the size of the image, and which will cause the page layout to change during the load, and it'll ultimately make the loading of your page slower. So some quick notes or useful tips. If an HTML file contains 10 images, 11 files are required to display the page right. Loading images takes time, so my best advice would be to use images carefully. And when a web page is loaded, it is the browser at that moment that actually gets the image from a web server and inserts it into the page. Therefore, make sure that the images actually stay in the same spot in relation to the web page. Otherwise, your visitors will get a broken link icon. The broken link icon is shown if the browser cannot find the image. So make sure the link or the URL the source specifies or points to is still working and the image is still there, or else the page will not be able to display it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let's review. First of all, img defines image. We all know that. The source attribute is the destination of the image. The alt attribute is if the image cannot be loaded or there's some technical difficulties, it's an author chosen text in place of the image, or if there's no alt attribute, just a broken link icon will appear. The height and width attributes are the size of the image by pixels. and if you specify them, the page will load quickly. So specify the height and width attributes, and keep the image in the same source so the browser can retrieve and display it. Um, so you don't get the broken link icon or have to use the alt attribute. Thanks for watching, guys. Social links to interact with this Prezi, visit my website at omer.futurebolt.com. And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow. The links are below in the description. Thanks for watching, and click the video below to watch my previous video on HTML CSS. Thank you, and have a nice day.